this is Gerald Salenti. It's Thursday, June 24th, 2021. And here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front, everybody's higher. Oh yeah, this bubble just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger. When's it going to burst? When's it going to break? It's in your Trends Journal. Again, that's your cover story. And it's going to happen when? Well, it's there. Stock market crash, the banksters gang gambles. And it's a joke. You know, all of these meme stocks and just it's going wild. U.S. stocks jumped to session highs, with the S&P 500 reaching a record Thursday after President Joe Biden declared that the White House struck an infrastructure deal. Yeah. They're putting hardly any money into the infrastructure. Most of it's going into other things, like about $200 billion at best going into it. And what else? The S&P 500 rose nearly 0.6% to hit a new record. And the NASDAQ reached another record. Let's see. Comments from Fed Chair Jerome Powell during a congressional testimony Tuesday reiterated that inflation pressures should be temporary, which seemed to soothe the market jitters. Market jitters. Temporary? Not temporary. Oh, temporary may not be that long. If they come down, they're still way up. Everybody living in the real world today knows how bad it is. Oh, by the way, you're not putting any gas in your tank or anything, are you? Not using any natural gas or anything, because oil prices just hit almost a 3-year high today. Temporary. And then oil prices are going to keep going up, looking as high as $100 a barrel. So what do we got? Data on Thursday showed jobless claims totaled 411,000 for the week, higher than the estimate of 380,000. There's going to be the Biden boom. There's no question about it. It's going to be around a lot of places around the world. It's temporary. It's artificial. The gold should have spiked up today by them pumping more money, cheap money, into the system. But they're expecting interest rates to go up. Well, but they're not expecting interest rates to go up. So you know what it all is. It's market. You got it. Yep. Natural gas prices. They're going way up too. Inflation. Let's see. We just talked about oil, gold. Again, gold is going down a bit. The dollar's going up. They're looking for interest rates to go up. That means the yields will go up. And you don't want to hold on to gold. It doesn't give you any dough. But I'm still bullish on gold because this whole thing is a fraud. What else do we have here? A period of high inflation in the United States may last longer than anticipated, 2 Federal Reserve officials said on Wednesday. Wait a minute. I just heard Powell bullshitting on Thursday. But right here it says, it's from Reuters. Federal Reserve officials. Official shitheads. That's a curse word, officials. Oh, and please don't put these comments on there. Stop using potty mouth language. Grow the fuck up. Who are you talking to? A 6-year-old potty mouth? This is potty mouth, potty head. Officials. Some bastards and bitches of the bankster clan that are running and ruining our lives. Oh, but don't get upset, Salenti. Take it up the ass. They're giving it to you. You should be fine. What a Fed official bitch or bastard tells you. And remember, you don't screw with the feds of the banksters. Remember what happened to Jesus Christ? Woof, on the cross after getting him out of the temple. Period of high inflation, blah, 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 blah. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic said, with growth surging to an estimated 7% this year and inflation well above Fed's 2% target. He expects interest rates will need to rise in late 2022. Given the upside surprise in recent data points, I pulled forward my projection. Fuck you, your projection. Oh, but Salenti, the Fed said it. You've only been saying this for how long? Well, they've been lying, saying inflation isn't going up. They know it's going up. They're jerking us off. And remember, don't forget, sanitize your hands before you jerk off. Don't want to catch that virus. Don't want to catch that virus. And now they're saying 2022. Rates should be going up now. And then the other guy, Fed Governor Michelle Brown, another woman, as I said, make it equal. This is still Bostic. Temporary is going to be a little longer than we expected initially. How can you get away with this shit? Temporary is going to be a little longer. What are you, 6 years old? Who are you talking to? Temporary is going to be a little longer. Anyway, U.S. is poised to breach debt limit, Yellen says. Our Treasury Secretary, if only a woman was in charge. Former head of the bankster gang. U.S. could run out of room to keep paying the government's bills sometimes during Congress's August recess unless lawmakers, that's another curse word, lawmakers, scumbags who suck off the public tit and never work a day in their lives. And don't forget, I'm fighting for freedom because they're robbing us from us. So on the 4th of July, here we are, freedom, peace, and justice. Right up here in the four corners of freedom, Kingston, New York. Live music and speakers, including Judge Andrew Napolitano and Lynette Zhang, and others, including me. And Smokey Hormel, that music that you hear in the beginning. Yeah, he's bringing his band up, Don Miller. We're going to have a great time. We're celebrating freedom, peace, and justice that these scumbags are robbing from us. I'm fighting to get it back. So go to OccupyPeace.com. OccupyPeace.com and donate. A number of people have been donating, and I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. The team appreciates it. OccupyPeace.com. And, of course, subscribe to the Trends Journal because we've been telling you what's going on long before anybody else. History before it happens. Home prices soar to record heights. The median existing home in the United States in May topped $350,000. The figure was nearly 24% higher than a year ago, according to the National Association of Realtors. Where's it going? What's next? Check out your Trends Journal. We cover the commercial real estate sector and the regular real estate sector. Sale prices have been climbing sharply since the summer when the lockdown related to COVID-19 pandemic. All right. Central banks are urged to issue digital currencies. Bitcoin's bouncing back up. It's around 34,000 now. When they go digital, as I've been saying over and over, cryptos are going to go down. Until that time, I see them going up. Blackstone returns to housing rentals. Blackstone Group has agreed to buy a company that buys and rents single-family homes in a $6 billion deal. That shows you where the markets are going. It also shows you how many people can't afford it. And it shows you how the bigs keep getting bigger. This is unprecedented. This Blackstone's buying up the world, as are the other private equity groups and deal makers. More than 5 million people became millionaires despite pandemic. Financial Times. Not despite pandemic, despite the scum, the low-life pieces of shit called politicians that locked us down. And the rich get richer. The people can't afford to buy homes. Blackstone buys them up. And all we are workers on the global plantation of Slavelandia. An alarming new study on media consumption around the world has found trust between news organizations and consumers is the lowest in the United States, according to digital news report brought out by Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism. Asked whether they agree that most news can be trusted, a majority of the time, only 29% of U.S. respondents agreed, while 44% strongly disagreed. So you got to really be stupid to watch the mainstream news. What we're giving you, you're not getting anywhere else. We were the first ones to call this COVID out. Going back to January 28th, 2020, coronavirus, 106 dead in China. Our next line was 1.4 billion still alive. What are you telling me this shit for? COVID-19 strain threatens European recovery. Again, a huge story, a special in this Trends Journal about how they're going to be selling the Delta strain. You got it. Not only in Europe, this is today's Wall Street Journal. Delta variant is spreading rapidly in U.S. Oh, watch out. Get that vax, get that vax. And by the way, we got great information in this Trends Journal. Gregory Mannarino on where the Fed's going to be going with this. And that's another point. And Gregory's putting some great stuff in there. Delta spreads in UK. Whoa, watch out. Again, we did a whole special on this. WHO official says mask mandates and social distancing should continue indefinitely. Can you imagine some little dickhead throwing out this shit? CDC group says there isn't enough data yet to recommend COVID booster shots. Well, wait a minute. We reported in the Trends Journal, had a guy from Pfizer and a woman from BioNTech came out and said that get ready for a booster shot, and Fauci. So somebody's wrong. They're going to be selling the booster shot. Morgan Stanley mandates vaccine. Oh, if Morgan Stanley mandates it, then why not? Look how we're losing our freedom. Some prick, some dick, some scumbag motherfucker is saying you can't come to work unless you get... Don't get upset, Celenti. No potty language. We'll take that shot up our arse. Can't say ass, you gotta be proper like the English. Up your arse, wankers. Look what they're doing to us. You bet I'm angry. There's no way in the world I'm getting a shot. Who's this fuck? Morgan Stanley has told its employees they must get a COVID-19 vaccination before returning to its New York offices. James Gorman. James, fuck you up the ass with the vaccination, you scumbag prick, taking the freedom away from people. And that's why I'm holding a festival to restore freedom, to unite for freedom, peace, and justice. And they're all doing it. I have friends in the education system that can't go back unless they get a vaccination. An Operation Warp Speed. Some warp fucking prick telling you gotta take it. Calm down, Celente. Watch your potty language. Go fuck off. Get out of here. Dissent on Alzheimer's drug shown in memos. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the first Alzheimer's drug in decades over the objection of agency statisticians who said there was insufficient... Oh, stop. So what? The FDA. Oh, that other little prick, scumbag, dickhead What's his name? Gottlieb. Gottlieb. Yeah, the guy that was ahead of the FDA is now on the board of directors of Pfizer. What FDA? The fuck you, hey, up the ass government agency that we, the people of Slavelandia, pay for these little bastards and bitches to tell us what to do. Speaking of which, U.S. drugs watchdog attacked over big pharma ties. Oh, this is a conspiracy theory, Salente. No, it's not. This is from Financial Times. 623. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration's approval of the controversial Alzheimer's drug has prompted calls for the commissioner to be removed amid criticism that the medicine regulator is too close to Big Pharma. They're not Big Pharma. They're drug dealers. They're drug lords. You got it? CDC safety group says there's a likely link between rare heart inflammation in young people after COVID shot. Oh, you mean the one that hasn't been approved by the FDA, Operation Warp Speed? And some warp motherfucker, Gorman, and the others are telling people they got to get vaccinated to go to work? It should be fuck you. Everybody should be out there saying, fuck you, shove that vax up your ass. Fuck you, shove that vax up your ass. COVID-19 gene data removed from National Institute of Health. Chinese researchers directed the U.S. National Institute of Health to delete gene sequences of early COVID-19 cases from a key scientific database. All right, look how they're fucking with us. And all over. Huh? You ready? Here. You dumb bastards and bitches in Australia, way down under because you're underground to take the crap they're shoving out for you. Real and present danger. Sydney imposes new COVID curbs. Real and present danger. People in Sydney, Australia's biggest city, have been ordered not to leave the metropolitan area as authorities, that's a curse word, authorities, little fucking pricks. I can't use the other words, then they don't like that. Scramble to contain a number of new coronavirus cases, you ready? Of the Delta variant. What is one of your feature stories in the Trends Journal? The Delta variant. A development that prompted neighboring New Zealand to raise its alert following possible exposure from a tourist, one tourist. New South Wales State Premier Gladys been jerking off, announced the stricter curbs affecting about 5 million people. Clearly, this is an evolving situation, been jerking off, said at a news conference. And the other shithead, New South Wales Health Minister Brad Hazard. Brad fucking piece of sloppy shit. What health minister? That is a curse word. Calling this dopey scumbag a health minister. Minister, oh minister, oh minister. Ah, you stupid shithead. Oh, the stupid shithead. You ready? New South Wales Health Minister Brad Hazard, fully vaccinated with 2 shots of AstraZeneca vaccine, was forced into isolation today after being potentially exposed to a live COVID case. Ooh, potentially exposed. Hey, what'd you get the fucking vaccination for? Oh, you mean the AstraZeneca vaccination that little Brucey Springsteen and the other scumbags wouldn't let people go to the concert if they got an AstraZeneca vaccine? That wasn't good enough? Oh, that one that you're promoting over there? And that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing over in Australia, New Zealand, because the people aren't getting vaccinated. And now wintertime's coming, they're scaring the shit out of them, locking them down, robbing them of their freedom so they can sell the vaccination. People in Sydney, Australia, bigger, blah, blah, blah. What do we have here? Sydney side has faced dramatic tightening virus restriction within hours, including restrictions on travel after community cases spiked again on Wednesday. cases, fake tests, PCR tests. Again, all the data is there. I am as worried now as I have been any time since January last year. So we need to make sure that we are all looking out for each other, said the sloppy piece of stupid shit, Hazard. What a name. And another clown they got over there. The guy's name is Crabb. Brendan Crabb. Don't expect anything to change soon. Brendan Crabb. State borders are slammed shut over a handful of cases. All right? However, even vaccinated people can still spread COVID. What the hell are you getting the vaccination for? This is something. It just keeps going on and on. Oh, and they haven't had a death, by the way, in Australia from COVID in 6 months. 910 people died out of a population of 25 million, and you're closing down the place. And same shit in New Zealand. Only 13% of the population have gotten it. So after enjoying nearly 4 months without any community transmission of the coronavirus, New Zealanders were on the edge Wednesday after health authorities, another curse word, said an infectious traveler from Australia had visited over the weekend. So this is unbelievable. Portugal imposes stricter rules as COVID surges threatens, you ready? The Delta variant. Nova Scotia's premier walked back plans to impose COVID-19 related measures on visitors entering the province. Look at this little dick. Look at this little shithead, this Rankin. Rankin? Look at this little, could you imagine taking orders from this little prick, this little boy of nothing, locking you down? Where are the people? Hey, they took to the streets. That's why they're backing off a bit. Yes. That's what happened. A load of people took to the streets. Ian Rankin announced his reversal on Thursday today following a day-long protest that shut down the Trans-Canada Highway after stricter measures were put in place on Tuesday. All right, people. Stand up and fight. Fight. I am a fighter. I am a warrior of the Prince of Peace. And that's why I'm putting my money and my heart where my mouth is in doing what we do by putting out a magazine that only had 130 pages last week with information you can't find anywhere else, and holding one festival after another, and we're holding another one. Again, Freedom, Peace, and Justice. July 4th, Four Corners of Freedom. Judge Andrew Napolitano, my paisano, a real libertarian, a freedom man, as well as Lynette Zhang, a freedom woman. And by the way, she grew up in Kingston, and she'll be back, coming from Arizona, all the way from Arizona to come here to speak to the people. So be here. And please donate. Can't do it without you. What else we got? We've got a lot of stuff. I can't go over all of it here. What else we got here? Oh, there's one thing I'm going to hit here. Russia says it fired a UK warship, but Britain disagrees. Remember the news, big news, they had an Iranian ship came into the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, but the English, whose sun never set on the English Empire, as they slaughtered people all over the world, but Salenti, they've cost they slaughtered people, but they speak so proper, and you have that potty language. So if you're murdering millions of people, and you're taking over India and Malaysia and all around the world and slaughtering people, that's fine. They're the English, the wanker skankers. And so they send a fucking ship over there into Crimea. What the fuck you doing over there? But it was big news. It was an Iranian ship in the Atlantic Ocean. America and England could go anywhere. So, looks like the Brits are lying because there's a video up, just came up on RT. Russia has released a video showing a Coast Guard vessel warning the Her Majesty's ship Defender. Her Majesty's ship. Her Majesty. Fuck you, that's another word to Her Majesty. What, are you fucking better than I am? Look at these fucking slobs. Her Majesty, that's a curse word. The Russian defense minister, blah, 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 blah. We believe the Russians were undertaking a gunnery exercise in the Black Sea. Britain's Ministry of Defense, no shots were directed at the HMS Defender. Liar, liar, pants on fire. U.S. Afghanistan exit is seen hastening government's fall. Again, where are the people fighting against the murderous wars that they're doing, killing us? Big one in Ethiopia going on, back heating up in Myanmar. Nobody, Yemen. Losing war in America, what Afghanistan, only supported by 80% of the people in America. Oh, Salenti, but we're proper, we supported, we're so fucking stupid. We believe George W. Bush, a little daddy's boy with probably a dick smaller than a mothball. All right? I'm fighting for freedom. Join me. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. There's a magazine. Look at the comments on this YouTube channel from the people that subscribe to the Trends Journal. Don't believe me. Believe them. Believe them. Look what they say about it. Listen to the shows that I go on and what people say about the magazine. Nothing like it in the world. What I'm hitting you right here is that much of what we're doing. And again, thank you all that have donated to OccupyPeace.com. You're making this happen. And the people are being very generous. Please keep it going. This is Gerald Salenti, and that's some of today's Trends in the News. The COVID-19 war has changed the world. But who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.